Sentinels whenever this comes out, everybody. I am pleased to announce that I have another finished deck. It is the hero, Jenny Sparklemuffin, Princess of Fairyland. She's a character that I created one day when we were apparently talking about Pokemon, and there were no Sentinels heroes that matched up with Sylveon. So there's that. While not the earliest hero that I ever created, she is the hero that created the Lost Girls as a concept. Her deal is she has a pure spirit, and she loves superheroes, and she loves princesses, and she wants to be a princess superhero. And so a demon showed up and tried to bargain away her soul for whatever she wanted, and she made him into her slave, basically, without even knowing it. And so now they go on princess adventures together. The art in this deck is ripped from a comic called Mega Princess, which, while not exactly how she looks, it has an uncanny amount of crossover with her story. I mean, you've got the demon unicorn there, looking kind of sullen, so totally fits. Thrown together by Meat. Glad to see him back lately. She's going to be fighting Kamen Rider Caliber, because my decks today, I guess, is what we're doing. Alongside Dr. Medico, Cosmic Redemption, Gargoyle 2999, and Bowman, Arrow's Inheritance, and the Returning to Freedom Tower. So, Caliber starts Swordsman of Darkness side up, Jakku Dragon is in play, our scheme is Masked Betrayer, and we get 2 Megiddo, that's the Goblin, and the Medusa. Schemes are indestructible, cards beneath them are not considered in play. At the end of the villain turn, Caliber deals the hero with the highest HP 3 melee damage. Jakku Dragon is indestructible. Start of the villain turn, if it has 1 or more HP, he hits the highest for 4, otherwise we restore it to 4 HP. Masked Betrayer says Caliber is indestructible. When a villain one-shot would enter the villain trash, put it under this card instead. At the start of the villain turn, if there are 5 cards under this, or if Caliber has 0 or fewer HP, he regains 30 HP, then flip his villain character card. At the end of their turn, a hero may deal himself 2 psychic damage and discard a card to play the top card of the villain deck. If a finisher enters play this way, that hero draws a card. So this is basically the main plot of the first 17 episodes of Kamen Rider Saber, where we try and figure out, is this really the father of one of the main characters? So, spoilers for 3-year-old Japanese television show. You're going to find out who he is. Alright, that's all we need to know. Here we go. Dark Curse. When this card enters play, Caliber deals each hero target 2 infernal damage. Heroes cannot deal damage. At the start of the villain turn, destroy this card. Well, isn't that just a pisser? Oh yeah, at start of turn, he hit Gargoyle for 4. End of turn, he hits Dr. Medico for 3. The Goblin heals all of them for 1, and then hits the hero with the most cards in play for 2 irreducible melee damage. That'll be Jenny. And the Medusa hits the hero target with the lowest HP for 2 psychic damage, and that target cannot deal damage till the start of the villain turn. That'll be Dr. Medico, who can't deal damage anyways. So, Dr. Medico is going to Intensive Care, deal himself no damage. We will heal Jenny and reduce the next damage dealt to her by 2, and he'll draw 2 cards. We'll go ahead and use his power. He deals himself no energy damage. Another hero regains a hit point, and either draws a card or uses a power. I guess we'll just go ahead and heal Jenny and use her power, Unicorn Wishes. Draw a card. You may put Dave into play from your hand. Basically the same thing as drawing a card, so we will draw a card. We didn't get Dave. That's okay. Draw a card. Gargoyle will Something to Fear and reduce the next damage dealt by Caliber, increasing his by 1. Let's go grab Leech Field, because it's the best card, and we're just going to use his power to draw a card and draw. You know, we could get a free potential card play here. Let's go ahead and investigate. So, Gargoyle's going to deal himself no damage, discard a card, and we'll play the top card of the villain deck. Clash of Swords. Ooh. Caliber deals the hero with the most cards in hand 3 melee damage. That is Dr. Medico. Reduce the next damage will be dealt by that hero by 2. Cool. That'll be an issue later. That goes under the scheme. That's 1. Bowman will play a Shrieker Arrow, deal no damage, but destroy Dark Curse, so that he can instead use his power, ping Caliber for 1, and focus all of his damage on him for a round. Draw a card. Jenny Sparklemuffin will start off with Wand of Wishes. Search your deck or trash for Super Ultra Fairy Sparkles and put it into play. If you search your deck, shuffle it. You may use a power now. Super Ultra Fairy Sparkles, if you couldn't tell, is her Magic Fairy Wand. The first time you use a power on this card each turn, you may use a power, and it has 3 powers. She deals a target 2 radiant damage, a target regains 2 HP, or a player draws a card. So she will go ahead and do 2 damage to the Goblin, letting her use a second power. We're going to heal Dr. Medico for 2. And then for her actual power, she will let Bowman draw a card, and draw a card herself. Freedom Tower plays a Medical Ward. Each target regains a hit point. That's unfortunate. Start of turn. Caliber hits the highest for 4, reduced to 3. That is Jenny, who takes 1. Thanks, Dr. Medico. And he plays a Salamander Megiddo. End of turn, he hits Jenny for actually 3. The Goblin, well, they're all back to full, so it just hits, I guess we'll say Gargoyle for 2. He Leech Fields that for a +1 to himself. The Medusa goes after Dr. Medico again, and the Salamander hits the second highest for 3, and that will be Jenny. Cool. Preventative Care. We will prevent the next damage dealt to Bowman. Draw a card, and we can play a card. Hey, it's Healing Pulse. Awesome. So Power can't deal himself any damage. Everybody else heal too. Low HP team, this. Draw a card, and then he'll heal everybody but Bowman. Gargoyle will play a Bioenergy Pulse. Let's go ahead and use that. Hit the Goblin for 3, everything else for 1. The Salamander soaks that. Increases next damage by 1, draw a card. Bowman's going to play Speed Shooting. I think I am going to go ahead and play up to 3 arrows. Start with a Zipline Arrow. Destroy the Medical Ward. Reveal the top card. It's the Freedom Security Staff. Let's put that into play. Arrow number 2, Boxing Glove Arrow. Hit Caliber for 4, draw a card. And that wears off. Jenny Sparklemuffin will play Wish of Valor. A hero uses power now. Reduce damage dealt to each other hero by 1 till the start of your turn. There's also some more text with a red unicorn in front of it, but we don't have to worry about that right now. We'll let Gargoyle Bioenergy Pulse again. He'll hit the Goblin for 2 and kill it. Hit everything else for 1, not including the staff. Salamander continues to soak. He gets to keep his +1. Everybody else gets a -1 damage taken. Power. Let's do 2 damage to the Salamander, actually. And then she will heal Dr. Medico for 2. Draw a card. Environment plays Dr. Stinson's Secondary Lab. Okay, the security staff hits the villain target with the highest for 2 lightning damage. That's obviously Caliber. End of the environment turn, each player reveals the top card of their deck and either discards or replaces it. Alright. Start of turn, Caliber hits Bowman for no damage. And he plays the Golem-Megiddo. We need to clear some of these guys out, and then we can start actually investigating. End of turn, he'll hit Bowman for 2. The Medusa goes after Dr. Medico, hits him for 1, so he still can't deal damage. That's fine. The Salamander goes after Bowman, hits him for 2. And the Golem hits the 2 highest for 3 each. That's Gargoyle, who will leech field it, and Jenny, who takes 2. Could be worse, all of it. Let's get Experimental Medicine out. We might want to kill the Medusa now. Power, Healing Pulse. Everybody heal 3, because you definitely need it. Draw a card. He'll heal everybody but Gargoyle. I have an idea. Let's do Your Strength is Mine. I'm just going to do it like a one-shot. Reduce the next damage dealt by the Medusa by 2, and that will stop her from stopping Dr. Medico from doing his thing. Power, Bioenergy Pulse. Let's hit the Salamander for 4. It takes 3 of that. Everybody else for 1. +1 to his next damage. Draw a card. Bowman will play Quick Draw Quiver. And then let's use Speed Shooting. Boxing Glove Arrow. He'll hit Caliber with that. I only played 1 arrow, so we'll reveal the top card. It's a Bullet Arrow. Ping Caliber with that and prevent his next damage. Draw a card. Alright, the damage reduction wears off, but that was cool. Jenny Sparklemuffin's going to play Absolute Purity. The first time each turn Sparklemuffin would regain HP, she may deal the target an equal amount of radiant damage instead. When one of your cards would cause a hero other than Sparklemuffin to regain HP, you may discard a card to increase the HP regained by 1. So, her power, let's see. Let's take out the Salamander, because she can do that with 2 damage. And then we'll heal Dr. Medico. Or actually, we'll let Bowman draw a card. Draw a card. Freedom Tower plays Ironclad Maintenance Bay. The security staff hit Caliber for 2. Everybody reveal and replace the top card of your deck, or discard it. And each player may move an equipment card from their trash to their hand. Does anybody have any equipment in their trash? I don't think so. Yeah, no, that's not happening, but thanks. Start a turn, that damage is prevented, thanks to the Bullet Arrow. Caliber plays Jao Hisatsu Geki, a finisher. There are 4 fewer cards in the villain trash, so instead we play the next card. It is the Piranha Megiddo, and that shuffles into the deck. End of turn, he'll hit Gargoyle for 2. Leech fielded, of course. Dr. Medico can deal damage. The Medusa deals no damage. The Golem goes after Bowman and Jenny, and the Piranha hits everybody for 1. Dr. Medico hits himself for 2, using up that -2 damage. So that means he can flare up and hit the Medusa for 3, heal himself for 2, and Jenny will turn that into radiant damage and hit Jakku Dragon. Go ahead and use his base power. Hits himself for 1. We'll let Bowman draw a card and heal 2. Draw a card, and we'll heal everybody but Gargoyle, I guess. No, let's heal everybody but Bowman. Jenny actually heals this time. I'll put Mark for Execution out, but we're going to keep using Bioenergy Pulse. 3 damage to the Piranha, 1 to everything else. That takes out the Medusa. Draw a card, +1 to his next damage. End of his turn, he's going to hit himself for 3, and then he'll take out the Piranha with that, using Bioenergy Pulse. We'll play the top card of the villain deck. Kuriyami Hisatsu Geki. Aha! There are not 4 or fewer cards in the villain trash. So Caliber deals a hero target with the highest HP, X infernal damage, where X is the number of cards in the villain trash if Jakku Dragon is in play, and H if not. So that's 5 damage to Jenny can take it. And that goes under the scheme, and oh yeah, he should have discarded a card. And he gets to draw a card because that was a finisher. Bowman will use a Bullet Arrow to prevent Caliber's next damage. I'm going to go ahead and use the Quick Draw Quiver. Draw 2, discard a card. It was an arrow, so I draw a card. Draw a card. Jenny's going to play Unicorn Pact. Search your deck and trash for Dave, put him into your hand, shuffle your trash into your deck. Sparklemuffin may deal herself 1 radiant damage to play a card now. She will do that. And off of that, we will not play Dave, but great idea. One player reveals the top 3 cards of their deck. They put a revealed ongoing or equipment card into play, or put any revealed card into their hand, shuffle the other revealed cards into their deck. If no card entered play this way, you may draw a card or play a card. I'm going to do this with Dr. Medico. I guess we'll put a card in his hand, shuffle the others back in, so she can draw or play a card. Let's do Wish of Virtue. Search your deck or trash for an ongoing card, put it into play. If you search your deck, shuffle it. We'll take Resolute Purity. Reduce damage dealt to Sparklemuffin by non-hero targets by 1. At the end of your turn, if she dealt no damage to non-hero targets this turn, she regains 2 HP. So I think we're going to play off of that. Power, she'll use the wand to heal herself, and let herself draw a card, and draw a card. And she dealt no damage to non-hero targets this turn, so she heals 2 more. And actually that's completely true, because she'll need herself. Freedom Tower plays the front desk. Great. Security Staff hits Caliber for 2. Everybody check the top card of your deck. Anybody got any equipment in their trash? No. And then play the top card of the environment deck. It's Mission Control. Damn, if I had known this was coming out. Okay, that's a lot of one-shots we're about to lose. Gargoyle does get your Strength is Mine. We'll throw that on Golem, actually, and grab 2 damage off of that. And everybody else discards a one-shot. Thanks a lot. At least they're in the right order, so we can take advantage of that. Start of turn, Jakku Dragon is restored to 4 HP. And Caliber plays Clash of Swords. He deals the hero with the most cards in hand. No melee damage, it's prevented. His next damage will be dealt that hero by 2. I think that's Dr. Medico, which he actually doesn't care because his next damage is going to be irreducible. End of turn, Caliber hits Bowman for 3. The Golem hits the 2 highest for 1 and 3. That'll be 1 to Gargoyle, who will leech it for free, and 2 to Jenny. And that's it. Start a turn, Dr. Medico hits himself for 2. Let's flare up again. Hit Jakku Dragon for 3. Heal himself. Go to heal Jenny. She'll hit Caliber for 2 radiant damage instead. And then let's use his base power and let Gargoyle draw a card. Draw a card. He will heal everybody but Gargoyle. Speaking of Gargoyle, something to fear. Well, Preservation Engine is the only one I don't have in my hand, so let's get that out. Power, Bioenergy Pulse. 4 damage to Caliber, 1 to everything else. Plus 1 to his next damage, draw a card. Bowman will Practice Makes Perfect. Draw 3 cards. I can discard a card to play a card. Yes, I will discard an arrow, which lets me draw a card. And you know what? Gargoyle should hit himself for, well, 2. Leech Field it. Hit the Golem for 3. Discard a card. Play the top card of the villain deck. It's another finisher. Caliber deals each hero 2 infernal and 2 fire damage. If Jiao Dragon is in play, it is not. So everybody take 2 and 2. Jenny takes 1 and 1. That goes under the scheme, and Gargoyle gets to draw a card. Anyway, Bowman is over here playing cards and stuff. Let's play Knocked and Loaded. Yeah, the explosive arrow is worth it. Let's play that with speed shooting. Hit Caliber for 3, take out the Golem. And since I only played 1, we'll reveal the top card. That just goes in his hand. Draw a card. End of turn, I can discard an arrow. I will do that. Draw a card and hit Caliber for 2. Oh, and then end of his turn, he'll hit himself for 2. Got any arrows I want to discard? No, we'll just discard a card. Play the top card of the villain deck. Absorb and Unleash. When Caliber is dealt damage by a target, he deals that target 3 damage of the same type and regains 4 HP, then destroy this card. Jenny Sparklemuffin will play Wish of Silence. Select a non-hero target. The target cannot deal damage till the start of your next turn. We will shut down the villain. Power, she's going to hit him for 2 radiant damage and heal herself for 2. Draw a card. Oh yeah, and he deals no damage and heals 4 and destroys that card. Okay, the environment plays Frost Cryo Chamber. Well, that's not good. The security staff hits Caliber for 2. Everybody check your thing, and if it's a one-shot, get rid of it. Anybody discard any equipment? Yeah, Gargoyle discarded 1. Play the top card of the environment deck. It's Caspit's Playground. Okay, now we can start recovering ongoings as well. Mission Control. Dr. Medico gets Universal Donor. Gargoyle gets a one-shot. Bowman gets a one-shot. And Jenny gets a one-shot. Well, at least one of those worked. Everybody take 1 cold damage. Gargoyle will Leech Field that. And that's it. Jakku Dragon is restored to 4. And he plays another Goblin. End of turn, he deals no damage. The Goblin heals him for 1 and hits Gargoyle for 2 irreducible. That gets Leech Fielded regardless. Alright, Dr. Medico hits himself for 2 and heals Gargoyle for 3. Let's flare up again, why not? Hit the Goblin for 3, heal himself, and I'm actually going to heal the security staff. Power, Universal Donor. To use that on Jenny, she can take out the Goblin with 3 radiant damage. Draw a card, and then he will heal everybody but Jenny. Let's get Terrorize out. Yeah, Bioenergy Pulse. 4 damage to Jakku Dragon. Caliber can't hit himself, but whatever. Jakku Dragon hits itself. And then he will hit himself for 2 reduced to 1, and then he can do 2 damage to Caliber discard a card, and play the top card of the villain deck. Kuriyami EI. Deals the hero target with the highest HP, no melee damage. Reveal the top card of the villain deck. It's an ongoing card. It goes into play. It's Absorb and Unleash again. Alright, Bowman is going to practice Make Perfect. Discard an arrow, draw a card. Play a card. How about Practice Makes Perfect? Draw 3 cards. Discard a card. How about an arrow so I can draw a card? And off of that I will play a Shrieker arrow. We're going to hit Jakku Dragon and destroy Absorb and Unleash. Power, Speed Shooting, Zipline Arrow. Let's get rid of Frost Cryo Chamber. Feel the top card of the environment deck. It's an entry point, we'll discard it. Don't have a second Zipline Arrow, so let's check the top card of his deck. That goes in his hand. Draw a card. End of turn I can discard an arrow. Let's do that. Draw a card and hit Caliber for 2. Oh yeah, and then he can hit himself for 2. And discard a card. Play the top card of the villain deck. Kuriyami Hisatsugeki. He can deal damage again. Or no, actually he still can't deal damage. Awesome. He hits the hero target with the highest for 11. Make that no damage. Bowman gets to draw a card. We might be able to figure him out. Alright, Caliber can deal damage again. Yeah, Jenny can take it. We're going to play Dave. He is a Demon Unicorn. When Sparklemuffin would deal damage, change its type to Infernal and increase it by 1. Activate only Unicorn text on wishes. The power is Dave deals Sparklemuffin 1 Infernal damage. You may play a wish. You may return this card to your hand. So power, we're going to take and heal Bowman for 2. Actually, I'll take and discard a card to make that 3. Power 2, we'll use Dave. He hits her for 1. And we will play Wish of Vanquishing. Dave deals up to 3 targets, 3 infernal damage each, then deals Sparklemuffin X infernal damage, where X is the number of targets that took damage this way. So just hit Caliber for 3, hit Jenny for 1, draw a card. End of her turn, she'll go ahead and hit herself for 3 infernal damage. Woof. Discard a card, play a card off the villain deck. Oh, it's Disaster. Shoot, we didn't want him. Oh well, maybe he'll play a one-shot on his turn. The environment plays the Wraith's Arsenal. Cool. Freedom Security goes after Caliber. Everybody reveal the top card of your deck. It's a one-shot. That's not out yet, so let's go ahead and leave it. That's a one-shot. That's a one-shot. We can put an ongoing or equipment card into our hand. Play the top card of the environment deck. It's more staff. Just what he needed. Alright, Mission Control. Gets his Healing Pulse, which is already in play. Violent Assist. An arrow. And another one-shot. Well, that was technically 2 cards. Each player may draw a card. If all players draw cards this way, destroy this card. Jenny's going to, and I don't think anybody else needs it. And then the staff hit Caliber for 2. Start of turn, restore Jakku Dragon to 4, and he plays Kuriyami EI. Awesome. 2 to the highest, that is Dr. Medico. He will heal Jenny for 3. Let's turn that into 3 Radiant, 4 Infernal damage to Jakku Dragon. Reveal the top card of the villain deck. It is an ongoing card, so it goes into play. I'm glad I did that. Dark Curse again, everybody take 2. Gargoyle will Leech Field that. Dr. Medico will actually heal Jenny. I'm sorry, she only hit that for 3. That is one-shot number 5. So basically we just have to live through this round without being able to deal damage, and we're good. End of turn, he hits Jenny for 2. Disaster hits Caliber for 4. And Gargoyle for 4. And that's it. Okay, Dr. Medico can't hit himself, so experimental medicine goes away. Good thing, I've got another one. He is going to heal Gargoyle for 3. Draw a card, and he'll heal everybody else. Ooh, you know what? That hits hero targets. The staff also took 2 damage. They can deal damage, though. The heroes can't. Let's go ahead and Wither and destroy that ongoing card. Yay! Increase the next damage by 2. Bioenergy Pulse, let's hit Disaster with the 3, everything else for 1. +1 to his next damage, draw a card. Okay, we are going to, I know I've got one somewhere. We're going to scavenge the field. Now is the time. That's 19 cards into his hand, and that ends his turn. Good God. Jenny's going to play Ultimate Purity. Why not? If Dave is in play, he deals Sparklemuffin 2 Infernal damage. He does. Then he deals another target and himself Infernal damage equal to his current HP. He'll hit Disaster for 5 and take himself out. Goodbye, buddy. Discard any number of cards. I will not. Sparklemuffin deals a target X radiant damage, or 2 targets half X radiant damage each, rounded up, where X is the number of wishes in your trash. Draw a card. She will deal Disaster 5 radiant damage and take him out. Draw a card off of that. That was useful. Power. She is going to heal herself for 2 and let herself draw a card and draw a card. Alright, Freedom Tower. There we go, an entry point. Putting that over the front desk. Increase damage dealt by villain targets by 1. That will serve us right. Okay, the staff hits Caliber for 2. Everybody checks top card of your deck. Everybody can move an equipment or ongoing card to their hand. More cards in hand, because you need them. Mission Control. Hey, Regeneration. Look at that. Your strength is mine. Let's use that on Caliber. Bowman gets nothing, and Jenny gets another one shot. And then Jenny and Gargoyle will draw cards. Nobody else. And Caliber takes another 2. Okay, start of turn. Jakku Dragon is restored to 4, and there are 5 cards under this. So he regains 30 HP, and then he flips. Power Long Sought, flip Jakku Dragon, flip the Scheme. So Jakku Dragon becomes Jao Dragon. The Scheme, Fallen Swordsman, there's the actual man. We'll flip to the side, move all cards under this to the villain trash. Each player draws a card, like we need to. Each hero target regains 2 HP. Ooh, that heals the staff. Jenny will turn that into 2 damage against the villain. Oh yeah, Dr. Medico healed. And place Jao Dragon under Caliber's villain character card, so he doesn't get to use his book. Cards under Caliber's villain character card are not considered in play. Then we shuffle the trash into the deck. And the villain turn, he deals the hero target with the highest HP, 4 infernal damage, and the second highest, 3 melee damage. And that's it, now we just beat him down. Kuriyami Hisatsu Geki, which plays Resonance. First time each turn, each hero target deals any villain target damage. Caliber deals that hero target 2 infernal damage. At the end of their turn, a hero may destroy 2 of their cards to destroy this card. Alright, end of turn he hits the highest for 2, that is Dr. Medico. He's going to be hitting the second highest, so we'll heal Gargoyle off of that, and let him get hit for 3, leech fielded down to 2. And that's it. Dr. Medico heals 3. Start of turn he hits himself for 2, which means he can heal Jenny, who will turn that into 2 radiant damage at Caliber. And he gets to draw 2 cards and use a power. He'll do his base power. He hits himself for 1. Actually heal Jenny. Let her use a power. She'll hit Caliber for 2 radiant damage and let herself draw a card. Destroy regeneration. Wow, what else do I have up my sleeve? Positive prognosis. He hits himself for 1. We will heal Gargoyle. Everybody draw a card and heal 2, because, you know, we need more cards. Power, let's heal himself 3, draw a card, and then heal everybody but himself. Gargoyle will play Grim Herald and hit Caliber for 7. That seems pretty fair. Somebody discard a card, please. Yeah, so he can do it again. Somebody else discard a card. Discard an arrow and draw a card. We'll do Your Strength is Mine. Pop that on Caliber. I think he'll go ahead and use Mark for Execution. Deal a target 2 toxic damage, make that 4. To Caliber, he's not going to hit anything else. Draw a card. And then, well, Caliber, unfortunately, that wears off. Hits himself for 2 irreducible psychic damage. We scared him. Alright, how much damage can I do to this man? Boxing Glove, Arrow. 4 to Caliber. Speed Shooting. Alright, we're going to play a Boxing Glove for 4, and then 2 Electro Arrows, so hit him for 1 and he hits himself for 3, so 4 more and 4 more. Ooh. Draw a card because you need to. Discard a card. Hit him for 2. Okay, wow. Let's play Burgeoning Purity. After the first time you play a wish each turn, Sparklemuffin may deal herself a radiant damage. If she takes damage this way, you may play a card. Power. Hit Caliber for 2. Heal Dr. Medico. Draw a card. He is still dealing extra damage, I don't think we care. Freedom Tower plays Legacy's Landing Pad. Yay. Alright, Caliber takes 2 lightning damage. Check the top card of your deck. Everybody can put an ongoing or equipment card into their hand. Bowman doesn't have any. Alright, Mission Control. Prescription Strength comes out, as does Agile Technique. Discard that 1-shot. Discard that 1-shot. Bowman and Jenny have had no luck with Mission Control. Not that I can really complain, like, look at how this game is going. Jenny can draw a card, nobody else needs to. Hit Caliber for 2 more. Oh yeah, he should have been dealing damage all this time. Crap. Let's see, Gargoyle hit him for damage, so did Bowman. So did Jenny. Should have done a Shrieker Arrow at some point. Somebody can search their deck for an ongoing card, put it in their hand, and shuffle their deck. Well, there's the last Purity card. Let's see what Dr. Medico's got. Anything good? Second opinion? Oh, he's already got one. Whatever. Kuriyami EI. It's the highest for 3. That's Dr. Medico. We will heal Jenny for 2. Actually heal her. Reveal the top card of the villain deck. It's Dark Curse. That goes into play. Everybody take 2. 3, actually. Gargoyle will leech field that. Heal Bowman. And we can't deal damage. It's the highest for 4. That's Jenny, who takes 3. It's the second highest for 3. That is Gargoyle. Experimental Medicine goes away once again. Thankfully, I have another. Everybody else heal 3. Draw a card. And then he'll heal everybody but Bowman. Where's another Wither when you need it? Let's pop Your Strength is Mine on his ass. Gonna destroy Prescription Strength. We will heal Bowman and increase his damage by 1 for this turn. One player plays a card. Shrieker Arrow. We didn't deal any damage. The destruction happens second. That's fine. Okay, Bowman, finish it. Okay, yeah. Now let's actually do the Shrieker Arrow. Hits him for 1 and 1, gets hit back for 1, then we destroy Resonance. We don't have to worry about that anymore. So Boxing Glove for 4, and 1 explosive arrow takes him out. We win! Hooray! Let's take a look at the rest of Jenny's deck. We saw a lot of it, but she has a lot of cards. Wish of Renewal. Each hero target regains 2 HP. Each player may move an ongoing or equipment card from the trash to the top of their deck. The unicorn text is Dave deals Sparklemuffin and each non-hero target 2 infernal damage. Wish of Longing. Each player reveals the top card of their deck. You may put one revealed card into play, then put each other revealed card either into its player's hand or trash. Unicorn text is Dave deals Sparklemuffin 2 infernal damage, destroy an ongoing or environment card. Victorious Purity. When Sparklemuffin would deal another target radiant damage, you may discard a card or increase it by 1. End of your turn, if she dealt at least 3 radiant damage this turn, you may use a power. Yep, that is it. So there she is, Jenny Sparklemuffin. She is a crazy girl who should not be out fighting evil, but she gets away with it somehow. It's anyone's guess. So she'll be returning later. That's it for this one. Thank you for watching. Thanks everyone who came to chat. I know this was kind of a weird time of day and week, so there weren't a whole lot of people, but that's fine because there were some people, and that's what I like. You can find Jenny Sparklemuffin and Kamen Rider Caliber and Dr. Medico Cosmic Redemption and Bowman Arrow's Inheritance on Walker's Workbench. I didn't plan that. Tabletop, similar to the reviews, Sentinels, Cauldron, DLC, Walker's Workbench, and not licensed great games products. Please support the official release and flip.